everyone, so I just want you to know that I will be doing a tutorial on this hair coming up on my beauty channel within the next couple of days, so you can be looking out for that. But today's video on this channel is throughout the years first grade. Now, if you've watched my throughout the years birth to preschool or throughout the years kindergarten, you know kind of what I'm doing. But if you haven't, if this is the first time you're watching a throughout the years video, it was created by What the Buck and then Shane Dawson did it. And what it is you go throughout the years from birth to preschool, then kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, and you tell funny stories, what happened that year, how your life changed, stuff like that. So I've already done birth to preschool and kindergarten. I'll put a link over in the sidebar for both of those in case you want to watch them in order. You don't have to though. So today's is first grade. Now first grade was strange for me. So we moved from New Orleans to where I live now, which I'm not going to tell you where that is just for safety reasons and stuff, but it is in the South. You can tell that from my accent, my voice, stuff like that. So we moved from New Orleans to, let's call this place home. Okay, so we moved from New Orleans to home in between my kindergarten and first grade years. And first grade was kind of strange for me also because I changed schools. We started out in this hometown living in an apartment because we hadn't picked out a house yet. My parents were still trying to decide what part of the city we wanted to live in, stuff like that. So we lived in an apartment that was right next to an elementary school. Obviously, that's the elementary school I went to. So that was for the first half of the year. This elementary school had multi-age grades, so it was kindergarten, first and second grade in one classroom, and then third, fourth, and fifth grade in another classroom. But there were like 12 classrooms for each one. But in any particular class, you would have kindergarten, first, and second graders. So I was one of the first graders, and there were little kids in there too, which I thought they were little kids, but really they were just a year younger than me. And then there were the older kids, the second graders, and they scared me. Also, we had centers, and at playtime, you were assigned a center for the week, and there were different centers like reading, house, arts and crafts, stuff like that. When you were in arts and crafts, the coolest thing to do was build your own laptop out of construction paper, and I want to do a video showing you guys how to do this because it is the funnest thing in the world. But anyways, you like take construction paper and you write out the keys on it, and then you tape up another piece to be your screen, and then you tie a little string and you do the mouse. Oh, we actually went to Italy this year. We went the summer before I started first grade. We went to Italy. It was my mom, me, Elle, and then one of my grandmothers and my aunt. And we all went. And my parents gave me a digital camera that I got to I could use it, and I got to take the pictures. And my favorite thing that I saved all of my film for was the statue of David because he was a naked man. And I was just that kind of kid, you know what I mean? Like, I was the one walking up to the statue being like, oh, hi! Yeah, also the Leaning Tower of Pisa, I have a picture. You guys are saying that I need to put pictures with each of these, like, throughout the years, but I don't really have a lot of pictures of me as being a younger kid. I don't know why, but I do have a picture, but I don't know where it is. But I remember seeing a picture of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and I'm standing in front of it, and I have on a shirt that has an ice cream cone on it, and I'm eating an ice cream cone, and it's really cute. And actually 2 days before Christmas, on December 23rd, a day before Christmas Eve, we moved from the apartments into a house. And the house was in a different school district than the elementary school I had been going to, so I ended up switching after Christmas. But we actually put the tree on top of the moving truck and moved across town, and there were broken ornaments basically going all the way. We took all of the good ornaments off, but you know, like the little cheap ones you get that are like, you get like 100 of those ball ornaments for like $5. We had so many of those, so we just strapped it on the top of the moving truck, and we moved all of our stuff over to the new house. So we were moving in when this Christmas happened, and actually this Christmas, guess what I got? I got a big stuffed animal monkey, and it's huge. I'm going to be doing my monkey collection video very, very soon. I have to go get them out of storage and actually take them out of like their wrapping and stuff. And then starting second semester of first grade, I went to a new elementary school, and this elementary school had this program where at the end of every day the teacher would choose the best girl and the best little boy that was like not best, but like that behaved the best during the day, that was like the politest, more polite, most polite, politest, politest, that's not a word. Is it? More polite. So most polite. They choose the most polite kid of the day, and then you get to go into the treasure box. And my first day there, they chose me. And I mean, I know the teacher just did it because I was the new kid and it was like scary for me, but I was really appreciative and I remember that day. What else happened first grade year? I got a kitten! Okay, so my family has this thing kind of, they did it with Elle. She got her first cat when she turned 6. And of course I turned 6 in kindergarten, but I wasn't really into cats. I really wanted a kitten though when I was 7, when we were living in the apartments. I really wanted a calico, which is like the black and the orange and the white cats. They're like really funny looking but really pretty. I wanted one of those. So my mom found a breeder in the area that was selling ones that were ready to go home. And so she drove us there, and it wasn't really in the area. It was like 2 hours away, but we drove there and Elle came with me, and she had 2 calicos. She had like a bunch of different ones, but there were 2 calicos. And I held the first one, and it was so sweet, and it was cuddling up to me, and it was so cute. And then I held the second one, and it was kind of like clawing everywhere and like just going crazy. And of course I choose the crazy one because I'm like, oh, this cat's gonna be so much fun to play with and stuff. And my mom and Elle were like, you really should get the first one. It really liked you. It was like wanting to sleep on your chest and it was purring, whereas the second one was trying to claw your neck off. I was like, no, you told me I could choose. I choose the second one. And then I named it Squeaky because it was like a crazy cat. And it was like, ah! And it wouldn't stop making noise. So we named it Squeaky. And yeah, I got the cat that year. We actually don't have that cat anymore. We gave it away a couple of years ago to a family friend who was moving and had like this huge farm. And we know Squeaky was going to be like having so much fun because she was going to be able to like chase rabbits and mice and whatever she could get her hands on. So, you know, we let her do that. But she used to hide under the curtains, and when you'd walk by, she would jump out and grab around your legs and like sink her claws into your legs. And I don't know, I loved her. I had a really cool 7th birthday party where I had a bunch of girls come and they spent the night, and the theme was like Hollywood because I was positive that I was going to be like a big Hollywood movie star by the time I was 7, and I was turning 7. In the gift bags we had big like boas, like red furry boas, and sunglasses, and we all put it on and we acted like we were movie stars. And I was really into the Rugrats, and that year a toy had come out that was Dill, the little Tommy's little brother that was just born like that season or whatever. They came out with a toy that he was like a baby and you had to feed him with a bottle and give him a pacifier. And I really liked him. So I got that for that year. And I carried him around. I was like a movie star and I was like a mother and I had my baby and, you know, story of my life. First grade was a strange year for me. I switched schools. I made a lot of good friends though. I remember when we lived right next to the elementary school, I got to walk to it every day and it was a lot of fun until it got cold, and then my parents were like, let us drive you, and I was like, no, I want to walk. So of course they had to walk with me and they were like, are you sure? I was like, yes, I have to walk to school. I wish I could do pictures along with this, but I don't really know where to find pictures. They're all downstairs in the basement in storage, and that's just like really difficult to dig out. But once it gets up to like the 6th and 7th grade years and stuff, I'll have pictures for those. And yeah. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.